Friends, so today we are going to solve another LeetCode problem which is based on array, and the problem here is build array from permutation. Okay, so here if you see that it is index based. Okay, so it is index based, and how this okay, so let's say this is the input which we have an integer array of size 6 here if you see, and as per this explanation, if you see here is how they were doing is they have nums okay here, and inside they have nums of 0 and then nums of 1, nums of 2, nums of 3, 4 and 5. Okay, and based on that, so what is the value of nums 0, which is 0. Okay, and this, and then this becomes nums 0. Okay, and what will be the value of nums 0 is 0. Okay, the second case here is nums of 1. Okay, the value of nums of 1 is 2. Okay, so this becomes nums of 2. Okay, and what is the value of nums of 2 is 1. Okay, and if you see the here the nums of 2, which is value is 1. Okay, and then this becomes nums of 1. Okay, so what will be the value of nums of 1 is 2. Okay, and then if you see here nums of 3, the value of nums of 3 is 5. Okay, and then this becomes nums of 5. So what is the value of nums of 5 here is 4. Then this become, here if you see the nums of 4 is, here the value of nums of 4 is 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and what is the value of nums 5 is that's also. So I think this is the problem which we are going to solve here, and this problem we are going to solve in C language, which has some prerequisite, and which we for that is we have to allocate a array dynamically, and the caller of this function will take care of freeing it, and we have to return that array. Okay, once whatever we have allowed and the output, our output array, and the return size also we have to pass it from here. Okay, and so what are all the three arguments we will get, input we will get it, which is our nums is array, and the size of the array, and the return size which we have to return it back, and we also have to return the output array here. So let's get started. So what we need to do is, first is let's set the return size here. Return size is nothing but I simply set it nums size. Okay, just put it star only, so it will take the value here. Okay, and then we have will text to index I and j, and before that let me okay, keep it here only, and now let me allocate an array of size num size, which is int star arr equal to, which is going to allocate, which is going to have our output, and that output array we need to return it back from this function. So in star do a calloc, so internally it will initialize to 0 as well all the elements. Okay, so now nums size comma size of int. Okay, so we have an array. Now let's start a for loop for int I equal to 0 comma j equal to 0 and I less than size plus plus comma j plus plus. Okay, now what we can do here is, I think this is not required, I think you see that. So now what we need to do is array of j equal to nums of nums of I. Okay, now yeah, that's it. So now we can return the array here from here. Okay, so how this is going to work is, let me explain here, is area of 0 we have area of, and our this is our for a, so I use this index I for my nums of array, and j used for our output array. Okay, so what you can see here is we have to we'll get that first nums of I, and then what, let's suppose I'll just explain here is nums of I here is 0. Okay, and what is the value of 0, and then this becomes nums of 0, and then which is again has the value 0 only, so we'll assign it to our output array which is 0, and then let's suppose I plus plus and then j plus plus, so I become 1, j also become 1, 1 is less than our num size which is 6. Okay, yes, less than 6, condition is to come down, and again nums of 1 which is, so here if you see now nums of I first, so just take the middle internal one. Okay, so nums of I which becomes 2. Okay, so I mean nums of 1, the value of nums of 1 is 2, and then this becomes nums of 2. Okay, so what is the value of nums of 2 is 1, so here the output is 1. So like that for all the element, and finally we can return this error also. So if you run it now, if you see here, yeah, so it's got accepted.